What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today I'll be talking about why slowing down your shot speed could be beneficial to your build. This one here is actually just a second look of my last video regarding about shot speed. So if you already watched that video, you probably have an idea about this already. But of course, you can still watch this video because this one here will have deeper look. I just thought that this topic here deserves more perspective, different thumbnail, and title. And just a quick disclaimer, of course, there's some drawbacks if you slow down your shots. First, it will attract more challenge. So it's only applicable if you take wide open shots for the most part. And if you got used to really fast shot speeds and you can't be bothered getting used to another, type of shot speed like a slower shot, then this one here won't be useful for your build. So let's get right into it. So basically, on my test, I tested two versions of one jump shot. One is the faster version and one is the slower version. Then I will test if the edges of their green windows shrinks or expands. So now for the first jump shot, very slow got a better chance of making a green. 35 compared to 32. You gotta keep in mind though that this is very slow and very quick, which is minimum and maximum on the speed bar. So if the gap is from here to here only, then it means it's going to be half of that. The important part here is that we found out that in some way it can make your shots green much easier. And I might ask, Chutes, why things like this happen? This one here is just my personal assumption. I don't have the codes of the game, so I can only assume things. But trust me, this one here will make full sense. For me personally, I don't think slowing down your shot speed will change something internally. It's not like the programmer said, oh, he slowed down his shot speed, let's reward that player by increasing his make percentage. I don't think there's something like that. I think it's more in the law of nature that, faster objects are usually harder to hit compared to the slower target, even they have exactly the same size. Like in Call of Duty, of course, it is much easier to shoot the walking target compared to the running target, assuming that their sizes are exactly the same. Try not to overthink it, you can just think of any other real-life examples. Try to think of any scenarios of two objects of the same sizes. Then think which one is harder to target, the faster one or the slower one. So on 2K perspective, even the game gave it similar green windows. I think we can all agree that the slower one has more chance on hitting the green area. Like on this one here, the exposure of the arrow on that green area of the slower version is much longer than of the faster one. So before we go to the visual cue perspective, just want to invite you guys to like the video if liking so far. And I'll be closing into 150k subs soon, so thank you guys for all the support. And it would be really awesome if you guys can show some love by subscribing so I can reach that milestone. So now going back, let's talk about the visual cue. So even on the visual cue perspective, let's say that this is the visual cue or time that you need to release the shoot button. You can anticipate that more if things are slower. And I might say, oh, Chutes, I tried to slow down my shot and I feel like it's harder to hit the visual cue. I know what you mean, but I think that's just mostly because you got used to faster shots. Of course, you need to get used to it first so it can work. But again, this part here is just my assumption. I'm just trying to get some sense why on the number-based results, slower shot speeds got better chance of making greens. And now for the next one, this one here is not directly related to green window size, but on my first video, I read a lot of comments that they noticed that as you lower your release speed, timing stability goes up. I know it's not directly related to green window size, that maybe it only happens because as your shots get slower, of course the rate on how much it can get any slower will be less because it's already slow. But the fact that it increases something, it could be a mild indication that something good could happen if you decrease your shot speed. So now for the summary, if you mostly take wide open shots, slowing down your shot speed could be really beneficial. You gotta get used to it first though, because at first, you'll have trouble. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.